Hi, my name's Naomi. I'm a third year English student currently studying abroad in Germany, and I'm also campaigning to become the next editor of The Ripple. Now, as I'm currently in Germany for the start of campaigning and not able to get back until hustings, I thought it would be rude of me not to introduce myself face to face. So here I am in the slightly unprofessional locale of my bedroom, but it's the best I could do for now. I apologise about that. Now, as I've already told you, my name is Naomi. However, the most important part to my campaign is the fact that my surname is Green, and by a certain happy coincidence my 5-point manifesto happens to match up to that quite nicely. So here we go. Here's my 5-point manifesto. I hope you enjoy it. G is for growth. This is all about reviewing the layout and formal features of the Ripple to ensure a professional, clear and consistent look, not just for now but also future years to come. I want to nurture the Ripple, I want to make it grow. This is also about encouraging new writers, not just from the undergrad population, but also I want to reach out to distance learners, people studying abroad like I am now, and also the postgraduate population. I'm also going to make sure that the correct training is given to section editors, and I'm going to see to this personally, as I really don't take delegation lightly, and if I'm in charge of a team, I want to know that they're as happy and comfortable in their knowledge and their job as they can. The second letter in green is R, and it's also the second point in my manifesto, and R stands for relevance. So this means that I'm going to have a real push on focusing on university news, and I think this is really going to encourage like a higher standard of journalism, because students are actually going to have to go out there, find out the information themselves, interact with other students, which is also a very important thing in making a community feel to the Ripple. And I just think it would improve the Ripple greatly. I think it would make it far more accessible to students and far more interesting as well. Now we come to the first E. E stands for experience. Now, for those of you who don't know me, in my second year I was the section editor for current affairs, and I was also the resident writer, so I have experience on both sides. I know the stress of writing for a deadline, and I also know the stress of editing sections, and I understand how the software works, and I'm actually very proud of my section that I produced last year. The other side of my experience is that in my second year I also worked as a student representative for The Guardian, The Economist and Cosmopolitan. So I've actually gained a lot of valuable experience in how to market a publication to the student body, and I think that I could really use this to make the Ripple as good as it can possibly be. Now the second E is a little bit cheesy, but it had to be said, and it stands for enthusiasm. I dedicated a lot of my second year to the Ripple because I think it's great, but I think that that should be said. I'm also flying back from Germany in order to campaign next week, and I've also done my market research. I actually conducted a survey before campaigning began in order to find out a little bit more about the things that people love about the Ripple now and the things that they might want to change. So my manifesto is actually moulded on what you as a student body wants, and therefore that's why I think it makes perfect sense to vote for me. Okay, and my final point is the N, and the N stands for no silly promises. This is pretty much an amalgamation of all my points that have come before this. I'm experienced, I've worked on the Ripple before, I know what can and can't be realistically achieved. Also, for people who saw my work in second year, you know I'm someone who you can trust to produce something, something good, something decent, and something you can be proud of. So there you have it. That's a rather bite-sized version of my manifesto. If you have any questions that you want to ask me at all, then please don't hesitate to find me on the uni email, which is ng98@le.ac.uk, or on Facebook, or grab any member of my campaigning team that you may see on campus, and I'm sure they would be delighted to try and answer your questions. And now from me, auf Wiedersehen until next week.